the second quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Bogdanovich out there with Barnes. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then there's Johnson. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Here's Bogdanovich. The 9-footer's on the mark. Bogdanovich has got 7 points for the quarter.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. A-Train in their last time out against the Wizards really lit it up from the floor. He finished with 34 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. He left his imprint on the game as he took over, seemingly doing whatever he wanted to do. Can he do it again, Kevin?
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night. I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogg'ian. Is that a word? We can use that word, can't we?
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Let's just say he was really good.
Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Here's Johnson, following the score by Cleveland. Lopez, a screen on Love. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
James checked in for the Cavaliers. Now, here is Irving. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. He's looking for some old-fashioned offense right now. He wants the pick and roll to be the centerpiece of their game plan at that end of the floor. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's A-Train, following the basket by Brook Lopez. And Love gets it to go.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Now here is Jack. Still getting warmed up off. Offensively, no buckets yet in the game for him. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Here's Irving. Here's Love. Pass to Smooth. Varejao with a screen on Johnson. Smooth passes to LeBron and stolen by Barnes. Here's Bogdanovich. He had 22 points in the win against Milwaukee. A shot by Johnson, no good.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break. Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Launches it. And Smooth pulls it down. A-Train's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Shaq with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Dishes it to Johnson. They get it again. Lopez got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Milwaukee.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the belief that they could get it done.
And Steve, that's what happens a lot of time when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way.
Here's Jack after the made shot from Smooth. And that one's good. Bogdanovich has got 12.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Smooth passes to Love. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Jack, following the basket by Kevin Love. Here's Bogdanovich, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Wizards in Washington.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. This is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Here's A-Train. He had 34 points in the win against Washington.
And, Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. So he was very aggressive with his game, attacking the D and capitalizing on those free throws.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
All right, guys. Great first half. Home fans are loving it.
In the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A-Train has been sensational.
It didn't take long to see what kind of game he was going to have today. He came out very aggressively in a terrific first half.
You know, you look at his shot chart, it's all graped up. I mean, he's right at the rim. He's driving the lane again and again.
Smooth in a two-guard. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Anderson Varejao. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, you got to admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season, shooting better than 90% from the stripe.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
Lopez drives in. Johnson outside. Clock at 4. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Williams kicks to Barnes. Lopez sets a screen for Barnes. Feeds it to Lopez. Barnes dishes to Williams. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. A chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. Well, you look at LeBron James, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, A-Train right there behind him.
Well, both of these guys, Kevin, have had two of the highest shooting percentages this season. And even if the fans haven't noticed it, the coaches and their opponents have noticed it, that's for sure.
And a moment to check out Kevin Love and some of his numbers. Fourth in field goal percentage. And in terms of rebounds, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And you go back to his shooting percentage just for a minute here, Steve. I mean, you think about it. What makes a guy a high percentage shooter? Well, you take the shots that you work on. You don't take bad shots. And you let the game come to you. You don't force shots.
And here is Williams after the three-pointer from Smooth. Count the bucket. 9 points for Johnson.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. He dialed that one up from long distance. 39 points for A-Train.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
What a throwdown there, man. The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
Look at his teammates. They're just shaking their heads. I mean, he must have told them to look out for that one.
The Nets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense. Lots of shots and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Lopez, a screen on Irving. Williams kicks to Lopez. Back to Williams to end the run. It's rebounded by Cleveland, and this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Well, going back to last year for a second, this was one of the few matchups that they didn't get the better end of things. They split the season series.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Johnson outside. And there's the feed to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. From deep. A shot by Johnson, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Smooth. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The dish to Johnson. Lets it go with a 3. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Varejao passes to Love. Misses from close range. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. On the wing, Johnson. From the arc. Nets keep it alive. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
That's the way to shoot the...
Let's check out the scoring breakdown. The Nets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Williams attacking. They're making this a runaway.
Now, the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout.
Leaders with the shot.